The air crackled with anticipation. It was June 25th, 2024. Nairobi, Kenya throbbed with a different kind of energy. Thousands, no, tens of thousands had gathered. From every corner of the city they came. Young and old, mothers with babies on their backs, students and weary workers, united by a common cause. A river of people flowing toward the Parliament building. Their voices a chorus of hope and frustration, banners fluttered in the wind, bearing messages of discontent. They were there to protest the Finance Bill 2024. This bill, with its promise of new taxes, felt like a slap in the face. The mood was almost festive. There was music, laughter and a shared sense of purpose. A carnival of dissent. For a few hours it felt like anything was possible. That their voices, raised together, could make a difference. But beneath the surface, a current of unease ran. The heavy presence of security forces cast a long shadow, a premonition of what was to come. The Finance Bill 2024. It was more than just a bill, it was a symbol of the growing gap between the haves and the have-nots. The Kenyan economy was struggling, but the burden of austerity seemed to fall on the shoulders of the ordinary people. The proposed tax increases felt like an assault on their already precarious livelihoods. The cost of food, fuel and basic necessities was skyrocketing. People were struggling to survive. And then came this bill, threatening to squeeze them even further. Inside the Parliament building, the debate raged. Politicians argued, oblivious to the mounting anger outside. The people's representatives seemed deaf to the cries of the people. On that day, the chasm between the governed and the government felt wider than ever. The Finance Bill 2024 was the match, the protests, the dry tinder, and the violence that followed, the inevitable inferno. The first tear gas canister arced through the air, a harbinger of chaos. It landed with a thud, spewing its noxious fumes. The festive atmosphere evaporated, panic rippled through the crowd, people coughed, their eyes stinging. What began as a peaceful demonstration descended into mayhem. The police, armed with batons and shields, advanced. The crowd, now a sea of fear and confusion, surged back. Stones flew, gunshots rang out, the air filled with the acrid smell of tear gas and the stench of burning tires. David Chege, a 39-year-old father of two, was there that day. He had joined the protest to demand a better future for his children. A stray bullet cut him down, his dreams dying with him. Erickson Mutisia, a 25-year-old student, was full of life, his youthful idealism burning bright. He believed in the power of his voice, the promise of a better Kenya. A bullet to the chest silenced him forever. Eric Shieni, a 27-year-old aspiring entrepreneur, was trying to build a life for himself. He dared to dream of a brighter future. A bullet to the head ended his dreams before they could take flight. 3 lives snuffed out, their only crime, daring to demand a better future. Their deaths, a stark reminder of the human cost of state violence. Section 5, Witnesses to the Storm. Boniface Mwangi, a renowned human rights activist, was there in the thick of it. His camera, his weapon against injustice. He captured the escalating violence, the raw terror in the eyes of the protesters.
Yeah, what you're watching are live scenes. What do we manage kuingia Parliament? People are inside the Parliament. We are inside the Parliament. Yes. Parliament!
Section 6, A Nation. Divided reactions to the carnage. The nation watched in horror as the events unfolded on their television screen. Social media became an echo chamber of anger, grief and despair. The government, in its usual fashion, denied any wrongdoing. They spoke of outside agitators, of criminals hijacking the protests.
It is very painful for Kenya that a conversation this crucial was hijacked by dangerous people who have caused us the kind of loss we have incurred as a nation today. It is not in order or even conceivable that criminals pretending to be peaceful protesters can rain terror against the people, their elected representatives, and the institutions established under our Constitution, and expect to go scot-free.
Their words rang hollow, a tired script in the face of tragedy. Activists and human rights organizations condemned the violence. They demanded justice for the victims, accountability for the perpetrators. Their calls for an independent investigation fell on deaf ears. The Blood Parliament, they called it. A grim reminder of the day democracy died, a day when the government turned its guns on its own people. Section 7. The Long Road to Justice, Investigations and Accountability. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority, or IPOA, launched an investigation, but trust in their ability to deliver justice was low. Too often such investigations ended in a whimper, the perpetrators escaping accountability. Families of the victims mourned, their grief tinged with anger and frustration. They demanded answers. They wanted to know why their loved ones had to die. The wheels of justice turned slowly, if at all. The bloodstains on the pavement faded, but the scars of that day remained. The fight for justice, for accountability, was far from over. The Blood Parliament became a symbol of impunity, a stark reminder of the fragility of justice in the face of power. Section 8. The Unanswered Questions, a search for truth and reconciliation. Years later, questions lingered. Who gave the order to fire on unarmed civilians? Why were peaceful protesters met with such brutality? The government remained tight-lipped, evading accountability. The families of the victims continued to search for answers, their pain a constant reminder of that fateful day. The Blood Parliament became a ghost that haunted the nation, a reminder of the day the state betrayed its people, a day that exposed the raw underbelly of power. The road to healing, to reconciliation, remained long and arduous. The quest for truth and justice, a flickering flame in the darkness. Section 9, Remember Their Names, A Call for a Better Tomorrow. David Chege, Erickson Mutisia, Eric Shieni. Their names etched in the collective memory of a nation, martyrs of a struggle for a more just and equitable Kenya. The Blood Parliament, a stark reminder of the price of freedom, a testament to the courage of ordinary people who dared to raise their voices. Let their deaths not be in vain. Let their sacrifice fuel the fight for a better tomorrow. A Kenya where the voices of the people are heard, not silenced. Remember their names. Remember their sacrifice. Fight for justice. Fight for a better Kenya.